Hello gorgeous manifestors, and welcome to part 4 of the Academy warm-up week. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting, and it is my insatiable passion to help hundreds of millions globally to master the art of manifesting, to create the lives of their delicious dreams, and to step into the real power creators that they were born to be. And this week is a warm-up week ahead of my Become the Power Creator You Were Born to Be Academy that starts on Friday the 7th of June. So more information about that is in the link above this video. Enrollment is now open, so we begin 2 weeks tomorrow, the official Academy. But this week is the warm-up week to give you a taster, I guess, of what to expect, and to give you a chance to start moving with the universe now. Because as you've heard me say, a lot of you, because a lot of you have been tuning in daily to the lives that I've been doing this week, law of attraction is your superpower. When you are tapped in, tuned in and turned on, you are more powerful than millions. It is literally, I mean, there's so many stats I could reel off about the power of law of attraction, but basically when you start moving with law of attraction, it's about less efforting, less struggling, way more ease and grace, and massive, scrummy, delicious manifestations that fly in. And the first couple of days this week were more generic. Yesterday I talked about money. Today I'm talking about business, and tomorrow I'll be talking about life leaps and transitions. So generally, when I work with people, the general vibe is that they are wanting to shift from one place into the next, and to unleash everything that's in their vortex. And that's definitely my zone of genius, to help you unlock your vortex with speed and ease and grace. So I can see lots of you tuning in. Hello my darling, hello, so lovely to see you all. Okay, so let me know how you're feeling, comment below, send me some love hearts, let me know how the energy is feeling. The weather here in Kent is stunning. It's actually like a sauna in my garden, so I've had to shut all the windows, and I'm almost thinking about getting a fan out. So how exciting is that? So let me know how things are with you, and let's get started on talking about how to become a power creator in your business using law of attraction. So this is about ease and grace. It's about minimal efforting and hard work, and it's about really generating that delicious ease and flow and becoming a powerful magnet to all of your business desires. Now, everything that I coach is holistic, so I don't just coach money, I don't just coach business, I don't just coach in one area, because when you understand how law of attraction works, you understand that it touches all areas. And when you start applying it in one area of your life, you can apply it in all areas. And it all starts with raising your vibration, and we've given lots of tools around that this week. Raising your vibration, feeling good, and then moving with the universal guidance. It's about getting out of your head and following that universal guidance, those impulses, those nudges, those divine inspired actions, and it's about moving with those. So going on to today then, you can ask me any questions that you want as well. I'll answer some questions at the end. So if any questions are coming up for you whilst you're watching this, that you want to ask me about your businesses in particular, areas you might struggle with, or areas where you feel like you're not leveraging law of attraction to the max, then post your questions below and I'll help you with them, okay? But I'm just going to go through some key things that will help a lot of you. So the first thing is in business. When I used to work in PR, it was all about me pleasing my clients, pleasing my boss, doing the things that the clients and the boss wanted to have done, okay? And when you understand law of attraction, you can see why that is the hard way around of doing things. So when I worked in PR for 12 years, it was exhausting, it was efforting, I was stressed, it wasn't enjoyable, and it's because I was always doing what everybody else wanted, and therefore I wasn't following my alignment. And so the first thing to think about in your business is, are you literally just doing things that feel delicious to you on your terms? And I'm going to start, I had written out some points, but I'm going to start jumping around now and just sort of give them to you as I'm receiving them. But so many people in business are doing things because they think their customers want them, and it's the harder way around of doing it. So again, these old school methods can work, they can be really effective, but there is a lot of upstream efforting hard work that goes on behind the scenes. Whereas when you just focus on doing what you want to do in your business and being really clear with your boundaries about what will and what won't work for you, and only doing the things that will work for you in terms of making your heart sing, then you become such a powerful point of focus, such a powerful point of attraction. And that energy obviously goes out to the edge of the universe, out to the multiverse. It's really, really, really powerful. So think about your business. So if you are a coach, a lot of you here run your own businesses and are coaches, for example. Are you launching things that you think your clients want? Or are you launching things that you love so much you want to eat them up yourselves, and you would literally do them for free because you want to do them that much? So that's the energy I have behind the academy. I just want to eat it. I know the power creators that are going to emerge from that academy are going to be awesome. I know we're going to have so much fun. I know it's going to quantum shift the energy of everyone in that academy group. All of us are going to have the most amazing 6 months. And I would do that for free. I love it. I love coaching people. I love coming onto Zoom calls and troubleshooting for people. It's totally my zone of genius. When I'm doing that, I'm receiving from the universe or my higher self, and it's scrummy to me. That is so scrummy to me. That's why I love doing these lives as well, in particular the Q&A bits at the end, because I literally, you will ask me questions and I will receive the answers, and it's so scrummy. So many people do it the other way around. They think, actually, my customers or potential clients, you know, how old school is this? Think about your target market. What are they like? What are their current pain points? And create a solution for them. And yes, that can work, but I know that everyone that's doing that has been or is working really hard behind the scenes to bring that into fruition. Whereas when you launch what literally sets your soul on fire, you will literally be like a magnet, and it will be like bees flying towards a beehive. And that's the kind of energy you want to create. So think about what you're doing in your business. If you think about it, I could literally be launching a money manifesting course every single month because everybody's always wanting to launch money. But that isn't what I want to do, because for me, it's not just about money, particularly as a process manifester. It's not even about that. It's about everything else. And then the money flies in. So, but I did slip into that at one point in my business when it was really new. I literally launched the money course 3 months in a row. This is in the first 3 months of my business because I knew people wanted it. And by the time I got to the end of the third course, I was a bit like, whoa, I need to do something different now. And that's not a good energy to have. You want to be always doing stuff that's fresh, especially if you at soul level are someone that loves to create and you get bored easily. And that is definitely me. And I think probably a lot of us are like that because we are here to create and expand the universe. So if you get bored and restless really easily, that's not a bad thing. No, that's who you are at soul level, and that actually means you're a really powerful creator. So embrace that. That's why I launch different things and do different things, because I can't keep rerunning the same thing over and over and over. Even this academy, it's the second time I'm running the academy, but it's a whole different energy. It's a whole different ballpark. That's so not the right phrase, but you know what I mean. Like, this is about creating power creators and unlocking what's in people's vortexes, and having a power group of epic, world-class, amazing people who are literally setting themselves free. And so it's got that whole new edge to it because my vibration has shifted. The vibration of the academy and the clients I attract are going to shift as well. So honor yourself, and if you want to launch new stuff all the time, do it. I have had a couple of people mention in the past that they get a bit confused about what I'm doing because I'm launching things all the time, and that's absolutely fine. But I am not going to change who I am at soul level, because I have to honor who I am at soul level, because that's when I'm most powerful and can help the most people, and it's the same for you. And there will always be people that have their opinions, and that's fine. Allow that to be okay. Know that there's a reason there's so many of us here on this planet, and why there's such a mixture of us. You know, that kind of links in as well to the fact there's never any competition in business. You know, how many times have we heard the phrase, look at what your competitors are doing and try and outdo them? You know, I used to work in PR, so I used to hear that in PR and marketing all the time, like you know, your market research and then looking at your top 3 competitors. That is so distracting. I used to have to, for some clients, always do a search for press coverage around their competitors as well as for them, and it's so distracting because what you focus on expands, so you kind of just want to focus on your stuff and know that there's no lack. So never conform. I'm really passionate about that. Never conform. Be your true authentic self, because when you are your true authentic self, you will attract your dream soul clients and customers. You know, there are some people that come on and do very polished formal lives, and that's their style. My style is obviously way more relaxed. Sometimes you'll see the dog running around with her toy in the background, and that's fine. And those that don't resonate with that energy, that's fine. You know, the more formal people will. So make sure you are really allowing your soul to come through and your personality to come through, and it's brilliant. You know, I know that by coming on and doing lives, those that want to work with me will naturally come through because they like my energy, and those that won't will go and find some other people that they want to follow and learn from. So it's a really delicious, natural cleansing and filtering system. You know, again, other limiting beliefs that come up, you know, if people start losing people from their newsletter or their social media platforms, they may see it as a negative. It would have been the case when I worked in PR. But again, when you understand law of attraction, you know that if you are losing certain people, it's just because your vibrations no longer match. It's not that one's right and one's wrong. It's just your vibrations no longer match, and that's perfect and as it should be. So really allow yourself to just do what makes your heart sing, and to only offer what makes your heart sing, and to not look left and right. Just try and focus. The compare and despair thing is so common. I've done it in the past. You kind of start looking what other people are doing, and all it does is dilute your manifesting power and your focus. It really kind of throws you off course. So really just stay focused on your journey. Okay, and only launch what feels good to you, not what you think people want. Another really important thing as well, which I learned the hard way. I've learned all of this the hard way so I can give it to you, and you can avoid making not mistakes, because it was universal growth for me, obviously, so I can coach this on to you guys. But make sure that you're keeping that balance, that you're not getting over busy in the doing, because when you get into that busy doing energy, you actually start to lose your edge and your power of your point of attraction, because you're losing that balanced, aligned flow. So there's a little exercise that I'm going to invite you to do now as well, which is really going to help you with this. So if you are running your own business, and it's easier for you to do this if you are running your own business, because you have complete say over what you are doing in your business. It's a little bit harder to do it if you're employed and working in the 9 to 5 potentially. I know it would have been for me, because I had to keep doing what my boss and what my clients wanted. But if you have your own business, get a sheet of paper, put it landscape, and put 3 columns in it. And in the right hand column, you want the word love at the top. In the middle column, you want the word indifferent. And in the left-hand column, you want the word hate/neglect, okay? And once you've got those 3 columns, I mean, you can start doing this now if you want to, or you can do it on the replay. You can pause this, or you can come back to it, whatever feels good. But if you just spend a couple of minutes now thinking, right, what are all the things in my business that I love doing? In fact, I need to do this again because I haven't done this for a while. So do the 3 columns and think about all the things in your business that you love doing. So I'll do it with you. So for me, I love troubleshooting. I love working with Sarah and receiving guidance for people. I love coming on and doing lives. I love answering questions. I love just speaking and serving. That's kind of what I love, and obviously the coaching, of course, but all of it's about getting my energy out there to the masses and helping as many people as possible become free and limitless. I'm a real people person. That's what I love. I love this kind of energy with you all watching. That all really feels good to me. So think about what it is that you love in your business, and you can come back to this. Then think about the things you are indifferent about. So for me, it would be things like marketing, advertising. Well, actually, that would almost go into the... No, it wouldn't go into the hate bucket. It would definitely go into the indifference. I just don't enjoy doing it. Admin, accounts. What else goes into the indifferent bucket, or the indifferent column rather? Like, just basically admin. Anything that feels upstream, I just don't like to do. So it goes in my indifferent column. Hence why I have an amazing team who help me. So think about all of the things you have to do in your business that you are indifferent about, okay? And then go into the left-hand column and think about, are there any things in your business that you hate doing, and you may hate them so much you're actually neglecting them? So at one point for me, it was tax, because I just don't enjoy figures. I love being up close and personal. I love knowing what's going on. It's just I don't want to be the one sat there, you know, logging everything. I hire a bookkeeper and that kind of thing, because I just don't want to do it. I want to know what's going on so I can be up close and personal. I don't want to actually do it. So once you've got that list, then everything that's in the love column, you should be spending at least 75% of your business time, at least, doing the stuff you love. And that was really interesting for me, because the first time I did that exercise, because the business was growing really rapidly, I was actually spending quite a lot of time in the indifferent box, doing all the marketing type stuff that I didn't even really enjoy, but I felt like I had to. And it was really eye-opening for me. And I remember I was doing, this is back at the beginning of the business, lots of guest interviews as well. And in the beginning, they really excited me. But as the business grew and I got busy, I was like, they're actually really consuming of my energy. And I'm doing them because it's just something that I've done and I feel that I should keep doing it, but I wasn't doing it because I loved it. So then I stopped doing the live guest in interviews. I very rarely, hardly ever do them now. I only do them if they are 100% aligned and on message with law of attraction and all of that stuff now. So anything that's in your indifferent column, are there things you can stop doing? Like I stopped doing the guest interviews. Are there things you can outsource? So everything in the indifferent column, you either stop it or you outsource it. And, you know, that can be a bit of a leap for some people. You know, when I hired my first VA, that was a leap. And then when I hired my second one that was full-time, that was a leap. You know, there's always kind of leaps, but you kind of have to make those leaps in order for you to be able to keep expanding. So have a look at that. I know at one point I was looking at doing some Instagram, proper marketing plans and kind of doing advertising and stuff, and then I was like, I don't even want to do this. This feels so upstream. I don't want to do this. Like Esther Hicks is living, obviously she's a massive inspiration of mine. Esther Hicks is living proof you don't need all that complex stuff. I'm doing it because I feel like I should and because I need to and because it will help my message get out there and it's got the wrong energy behind it. I'm not doing it because it sets my soul on fire. So can you see how this works? So have a look at your indifferent column and clean that energy up. And if there's anything in the hate/neglect box, outsource it. So outsource it. So I remember one of the things when I first did this is that myself and two other people wanted to do an event together, and we were just neglecting it because we were all so busy. And so we've just put that on the back burner because there's literally no point doing it unless all of our energy is 1000% aligned. Because again, when you're working with people and you are doing collaborations, be really discerning who you collaborate with as well, because your energy needs to be 1,000,000,000% matched. Otherwise, you aren't going to get that manifesting momentum in. So that kind of was indifferent, so sorry, neglected, so we just put that to the back burner for now. And then the hate stuff, the accounts, I just paid for a bookkeeper and an accountant, and they do it all for me, and they just update me every month, and I know where I'm at, and that works for me. So can you see how this works? Because so many people, like when I think, my gosh, when I was in PR, I basically spent 95% of my time doing what I hated mainly, or was feeling indifferent about. No wonder my vibration was so low. The only bit I liked about PR was helping my team, but even towards the end I wasn't really even enjoying that, because I was working for a really small company and everything was so small that like there wasn't really much scope for people to move around and expand either. So really play with that exercise and do that quite frequently, because it's really, really interesting to explore. Another little tip I say to people as well, especially those I'm training to be law of attraction coaches, launch what it is that you want to master or enhance or develop and practice yourself. You know, I did that in Feb Fire and Flow that a lot of you signed up for. I wanted to get my fire and flow back, because January and December are always like dark months, aren't they? And I was like, right, I want to bring back the fire and flow. And because my energy was so scrummy behind it, of course I had loads of people sign up for it. So again, that's something that a lot of people I don't think do. So another little tip there for you. Keep everything as streamlined, as simplified as possible. That's very me as a process manifester and a real Abraham fan. I'm all about simplicity, because if it feels cluttered and hectic, it's going to slow everything down. So I'm all about path of least resistance, simplicity, having one, you know, again, when you're launching, one launch at a time. If you're trying to launch 2 or 3 different things at a time, your energy's split, so none of them really get the equal focus and attention that they should get, so you can generate huge momentum around those. So one focus at a time is really powerful as well. And another thing that I think is really helpful is, especially if you are an online coach like I am, you can never give too much away. I remember in the early days, in particular, my first coach saying to me, "You're literally giving everything away for free." And I was like, I love doing it. I love serving. That's why I do these kind of warm-ups as well. I just love serving. But know that you can never give away too much, because those that are meant to work with you will literally still come through and work with you, and they will gain so much more from that close interaction working with you than they would just from like general Facebook Lives. Or if you think about my books, I offer so much content in both of my books. I still get people signing up for my courses, passive courses. Someone signed up yesterday and bought a course from me that's passive. So, and that is because I put so much content out. So remember, the more you give, the more you get back. I know it is cliche, but it is literally law. It's law of attraction. When you're chucking amazing scrummy energy out, you're going to get amazing scrumminess back. So don't worry about giving too much. Another thing that's actually quite fun for you to look at as well is thinking about how the quantum leap version of you spends their business day. And when you do that, look to see whether there's any elements you can weave into your life right now. And it's the same with the Dream Day Journal. If there's certain things you are Dream Day journaling about that you could start implementing now, it's going to speed up the manifestation process. So I remember once someone was doing my money course and they were journaling about how they would go down to the lake near their house and do yoga every morning. And I was like, you could actually do that now, because it's going to make you feel massively aligned and in the vortex. And so she started doing it and felt amazing. Her vibration started to increase, and then abundance started to come towards her. So think about what you can implement now. For me at the minute, it changes all the time for me, because I like change. I don't like things to get stale and stagnant. At the minute, I'm really in this little routine of getting up, doing my mindset in the morning, going for a gorgeous walk in the woods in the morning air before it gets too hot in the middle of the day. I go and sit in this gorgeous space, this gorgeous open area in the middle of the woods, and I sit there and I connect to my higher self, and I call all the, you know, universal laws in, and it's really, really lovely. And then like today after this live, I'm going to go and get my nails done. So I very much am living and breathing this flexibility, because the flexibility is what makes my heart sing. And I've always tried to weave that in since the beginning of my business. So don't wait for you to be a 6 or 7 figure earner in order to start doing the things that you love now, because actually by doing the things that you love now, you're going to shorten the time lag of what's coming towards you. Okay. So really good to think about that as well. And when you are doing those things, wear that quantum leap energy. Very much be like, I am literally, like when I go and get my nails done later, I will literally be like, I am helping hundreds of millions. I've had the most scrummiest day, and I'm just going to go and get my nails done, you know, and wear the energy, wear it, wear that energy that you are already there doing that stuff. And this is what the Dream Day Journal in particular really helps you to ramp the energy up around. So think about the quantum leap version of you. And in fact, when you sign up to my newsletter and you get the expansive manifesting and money meditation, it does take you forward into your quantum leap day, as does the unlocking what's in your vortex meditation that you also now get when you sign up for the newsletter. So play with those meditations and allow yourself to wear that quantum leap energy now. And another thing that's, you know, we've heard about this before, but, you know, really important to look at is in your business. You know, we've talked about the fact there's no lack. We are in an infinite universe. Whatever you feel you can manifest. Think about who your dream soul clients or customers are going to be. And the energy of my dream soul clients now is completely different to what it was when I started 2 years ago. Because I've expanded so much. So this is something keep checking in with as well. So, you know, think about who your dream soul clients are. Mine are people that want to unleash what's in their vortex, that want to have fun and move with love and move as this gorgeous group together. All of my clients, I want to eat them. They're gorgeous. I love them. I want to work with people that are ready to harness law of attraction to the max. They're not just going to dip their toe in. They're ready to go massive with this, and for me to kind of lead and guide them and to take those leaps and move and have fun. You know, the kind of people that when we come onto calls, I get really excited. And that's what I have all of the time. For my intimate coaching in particular, the one-to-one and the academies, when I see people's faces on the screens, I just want to eat them all up. They're so scrummy. That's the kind of client I want to work with. Think about the kind of client you want to work with. I want to obviously work with clients that show up on time, that pay on time, that take real sense of responsibility. They know that I can give them the tools, but they are the ones that have to use the tools. Be very clear and discerning. And, you know, when you're having connection calls with people who are exploring working with you, if they're not the right match or it's not the right time for them, say so. I've had those conversations, and you know, one lady in particular, it just, the course and the time, it wasn't the right match for her. And she will always say, I trust you so much because you actually told me it wasn't right for me. Really powerful. Again, a lot of coaches out there, you know, and in a lot of business, sometimes we let our head rule our inner guidance. But if your inner guidance is kind of alerting you to the fact you're not quite the right match for someone, or it's not quite the right time for them, listen to that. Otherwise that coaching connection could actually become quite difficult, and again, it just won't be path of least resistance. And you want to be working with clients that are totally path of least resistance, because that's when everybody flies and soars. They do and you do. Okay. So there's quite a lot there for you to think about, as always. They are some of my top tips, but the main thing is have it all on your terms, you know. I remember once again early on someone suggesting that I do something, and I was like, I literally, if it feels toxic to me to do it. It had so much obligation energy behind it. So I didn't do it, and it wasn't because, you know, they were wrong and I was right. It was just, it didn't feel aligned for me to do it, and it would have had the wrong energy behind it. So be very true to what feels really good to you. And in your business, in all areas of your life, in your business in particular, really watch for doing anything out of obligation, because if you are very free spirited at soul level like I am, anything that you do out of obligation is going to feel toxic to you. It's literally going to feel really icky. And so it may be that there are other things that come up for you that make you feel icky. It may not be the obligation thing, but notice that icky and energy that feels toxic to you. Avoid all of that, because again, you're ignoring your soul guidance and you'll be making it harder. Okay, so I think I've covered sort of a lot of what I wanted to cover today. You know, and I guess as I've talked about this week, another key thing is I really passionately believe that you don't need a strategy or a roadmap, and actually that can limit you and slow things down. So often roadmaps and plans of actions and strategy are put together to amplify you, but it can actually make things feel harder. So they may work, but there may be a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes, or it may actually slow things down because you are restricting all the universal guidance that you're getting and just sticking to the roadmap. And obviously the universal guidance is infinite intelligence. The roadmap's usually coming from the ego a lot of the time. So in my business, I often have a rough idea of what I might launch over the next, so for right now, I'm launching the Academy. I then know what my next focus is, and then I have no idea what's coming after that, because I'm just going to see what feels good. And with the next focus for next month, I mean, I innately know it is going to happen, but say something were to happen and actually it didn't feel aligned anymore, I just wouldn't do it, and I would wait. And I have often waited until the last week of the month to get inspired action to launch something. Everything that I launch is because it's been guided to me to launch. Otherwise there's no point launching it. It won't work, or it will feel hard. And I'm all about never wanting stuff ever to feel hard. So wait for that inspired action, and be aware of the energy of offering things or launching things because you feel like you need to or you should. Wait until you're given that massive inspired scrummy action, and then move with that, and you will be like a magnet. Okay, my darlings, so I hope that really helps. Any questions, post them below. I'm just going to read through the comments now, but hopefully that gives you lots to think about. It's very different to how a lot of I guess companies and businesses run. It's totally different to how I used to work in PR. Oh my God, we used to proposals for clients, and we would used to have this real selling, hunting energy of calling journalists up every day, asking them if they wanted to feature our press release. And obviously if they wanted to feature our press release, they would have featured it. It was so the hard way of doing things. No wonder it felt so toxic to me, given I'm a law of attraction coach. And yeah, we used to do proposals. We used to do 12-month plans for clients, and literally be like, this is your 12-month PR plan. So icky to me now. It's so upstream. So feel into what feels good to you. If you like to plan and it feels delicious, then maybe that is your path of least resistance. If it feels delicious to you, it's going to be your path of least resistance. It's just the majority of people I know that try and do it that way don't like it, or they'll go and try it and then come back going, no, actually we prefer the law of attraction way. So just feel into what feels good to you. But if you are processed like me, planning things like that is going to feel really toxic, and listen to what feels toxic for you. Always follow what feels good to you. I'm always going to coach you the process way of doing things, because I'm a process manifestor and most of you are. I can only coach what it is that I practice with authenticity. I can't coach anything other than what I do, because I couldn't coach it with authenticity. So feel into what feels good to you, and always, always, always follow it. Okay, my darlings. Hi, Bonita. Okay, so let's just see. We've got some comments coming through. Hi, darlings. There's lots of you watching. Okay, let me have a little look. Bear with. Another new question I asked myself. What would my higher self do? Yeah, she will literally just feed stuff through to you. Absolutely. So I was wanting some clarity on something this morning. So when I was out walking Belle, I was very much right, so Sarah, can you let me know on this? Often with Sarah, I don't receive it there and then. It will come to me when I'm least expecting it, I guess when I'm least resistant and least kind of wanting the guidance, it will sort of just literally come through when I'm thinking about something completely different. How law of attraction is that when you're thinking about something completely different, the other stuff starts to come through. Okay, what morning activities do you do in the woods? So I bought a little journal off of Amazon that fits in my bag, so it's like slightly bigger than A6. And I will sit there, and this is all the kind of stuff, again, I'll be going into in more detail in the academy, because this is new stuff, but I will basically do my higher self connection and call her in. Sometimes I will go up into my sacred place as well. Again, something I've been working with for the last few months and have had some amazing experiences with, and I've literally just started coaching that to one of my one-to-one clients 2 days ago, so that's really exciting. I will call in the universal laws, so if I'm feeling a little bit unbalanced, I'll call in the law of balance, the law of truth, the law of desire, and then I just receive. Like yesterday when I was there, I received all of the content for yesterday's live in about 3 minutes, literally just poured out of me. So sometimes I will, you know, maybe try the whole left-handed writing thing. I just kind of move with whatever I'm led to do. What I do is I do this walk after I've done my whole mindset stuff here in the cottage. Then I go out and walk, and I literally sit and listen to the birds and feel that kind of gorgeous energy around me and feel the sun coming down onto me and just being in that peace and that space. And just, yeah, open up to any guidance that Sarah wants to bring through, and talk to her and ask her for things. You know, with your higher selves, guys, make sure you are asking them, you know, and if you feel uncomfortable with the term higher self, you know, think about it as source energy. That's what Abraham Hicks has always referred to it as. Think about it as the universe. That's what I always used to refer to it as. But ask. The book, Asking It Is Given. I think many of us don't ask enough, and I was thinking that myself last night. It's like, I'm not asking Sarah enough. I need to keep asking her, because we have free will. They're not just going to like dump stuff on you. You need to ask, and then they will bring that guidance or those things into your experience. Okay, and watch for the magic and the synchronicities that follow as well. It's not just about physical manifestations. Remember, it's about the guidance you receive and all of that stuff. And you know, whether that's angel numbers, animal totems, whether it's like feathers, it can literally be so many different things. So yeah, so that's basically what I do, and I just kind of make sure I always have my notebook with me. If I'm wanting to release some low stored vibration, I will make sure I have the notebook with me just so I can write some stuff around as well. And that's again something that, you know, Liv and Raph are teaching at the moment in terms of the awakening process, is how to release that stored vibration from within you. So yeah, I just have a really lovely time there basically, and just really use that time to connect into Sarah and the universe. Awesome, my darling. Excellent. Hello, my darling. Don't worry about being late. You can watch this on the replay. I am so hot, guys. It's like a gazillion degrees. Not that I'm complaining, but summer is definitely here. So does anybody have any questions, or is that helpful enough for today? Go away and do the love, indifferent and hate and neglect table. Really powerful. Go away and think about what the quantum leap day of yours looks like and start weaving those things in now. Go away and think about your dream soul clients and be really discerning. Discerning is the word of the day / of life. Always trust that inner guidance. If something doesn't feel quite right, trust it. Only move with the stuff that does feel right. Okay, my darlings? So I really hope that helps. I'll just give it a minute just to see if any more questions come through. If they don't, I'll be live tomorrow for the last part of this 5-part series. And we will be talking about aligned leaps and transitions. I have leapt a lot. I left from PR into network marketing. I leapt from that into being a law of attraction coach. Since then, I've done so many aligned leaps. And the power of aligned leaping is awesome. I've got all of my one-to-one clients are doing it at the minute. It's awesome, the results when you leap. So I'll be helping you with that and any kind of, yeah, like there'll be some of you that are maybe in one job that you want to kind of leave to actually move into, to move with your passion. We'll be looking at all of that tomorrow. Okay, my darlings. So have a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day. If it's sunny where you are, enjoy it. And I will be live again tomorrow for the last part of the Academy at midday BST again. If you want to have a chat with me about the Academy to see whether you're the right fit, or if you've got any questions, inbox me. And yeah, I can't wait to see you all tomorrow, my darlings. Sending you so, so, so much love. Mwah.